new knee.
New knee. I can relate.
It's his first time out and he's having a good time.
He's a better player than you are.
About $100 a word. Got a plum stuck in my mouth. Really such a Well, I attended PAC. I met my wife at the prefect's ball. I am the elder fathering gay. She was apprentice hall. And I passed my matriculation, 4 D's and a C. Daddy bought me Mercedes-Benz, and he bought me a law degree. I voted for Pete Dutton. It was a decent thing to do. It was a vote against the communists. Hope that you did too.
Yeah, get out of it.
Love to read the Australian and watch the ABC. I love to wear my well-informed opinions constantly. All my friends are professionals from polite society. Come and sing the middle class liberal. I got a home in Beaumont Ragtime. Ladies and gentlemen, doing a little bit of market research here. All the people who've seen the Red Gum years before, say aye.
Aye.
All those people who haven't seen the Red Gum years before, say aye. About 50-50. So, the people who have seen the show before, you just have to excuse this next little bit. I'm doing it specifically, well, for 2 reasons. One, because I really like it. And the other reason is the other mob haven't heard it before. So, ladies and gentlemen, those of you who are Red Gum aficionados and remember our first album will remember that the next verse in this song refers to 4-wheel drive vehicles. Now, when we wrote that, Michael and I pissed in the corridor of a friend's place in Melbourne. Not everybody had a 4-wheel drive. But now, ladies and gentlemen, everybody has a 4-wheel drive. So there I was at the BP on the corner of Harrow Road and Paynham Road, having actually been to the bush, as evidenced by a whole lot of red dirt, filling up with diesel. The bloke at the pump behind me looks at me and says, I know you, mate. I know you, you're a fucking hypocrite. Now, the boys in the band will tell you I'm pretty quick with my wit and my mouth. Quick as a flash. Without even thinking, I said, go and get fucked. Honestly, me and Oscar Wilde, ladies and gentlemen, when, back in 1998, I ran for Parliament, some of you might remember, campaigned for, it was in the seat of Mayo in the Adelaide Hills, held by His Royal Highness, that great member of the Bunyan aristocracy, the High Priest of Condescension, Alexander Downer. Now, one of the things when you campaign, we campaigned for 3 weeks. I had $16,000, which is fuck nothing. And I had to door knock, and I hated door knocking. I mean, look, I'm quite happy to sit up here and talk to you, like, it's not a problem. But if I have to walk up a garden path, knock on the door, and talk to somebody that I've never met before on my own and ask them for their vote, ladies and gentlemen, I would rather stick pins in my eyes, but I did it. So there I was in Woodside, where Aristotle here lives.
Don't tell anyone.
Late. And there was a timber frame house with beaten earth driveway, and as I walked up to knock on the door of this house, there was a troopy, Land Cruiser troopy in the driveway. And this thing had, obviously negotiated a bit of country more challenging than the country that most four-wheel drives negotiate, which is the speed humps in the Burnside Village car park. Because it was covered in red dirt and had a Flying Doctor aerial long-range tanks, a bull bar, and driving lights you can see from the moon. Anyway, I knocked on the door. This bloke answers it. He wasn't very pleased to see me because I think he just got out of it after about a 16-hour drive and he was asleep. But he did answer the door and he said to me, "What do you want?" It was a great start. And I said, "Look, yada 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 yada. I'm running for yada yada yada. And look, really, I won't bore you with all the bullshit, but there's only two people who can win this seat, me or Alexander Downer. And if you don't like Alexander Downer, I'm your boy. You got any questions?" And he said to me, "Yeah, I've got a question for you." He said, "Alexander Downer's a politician, and you want to be a politician. So what's the difference between yous?" Good questions. Why he drives a troopy. And I remembered the vehicle. And I said, "Listen, mate, imagine this. We're up the Gammon Ranges. Skies open up, there's 5 inches of rain. Creeks are up, roads are cut, we're in for a week. We've got a couple of swags, we've got some spuds, we've got some steak, we've got an English fridge full of piss. Who would you like to be there with, me or Alexander Downer?" He said, "Good point." I bought a brand new Range Rover, the outback is alarm. I slip it in, four-wheel drive, gates of National Park. Oh, the working class out of place, and when they are on strike, ride my Jag in circles, trying to knock them off their bikes. Australian and watch the ABC.